What's up, people? It's the Right Brother, Big Country, and I have a question. Some of y'all remember the video that I made where I told you that my daughter, who's 7 in the 1st grade, has this little kid. Every time, you know, me and the moms walk in, he always saying that we fat and we ugly and all this other stuff, but his parents ain't never showed up to not now an event. They ain't got no reason to, because his punk ass can't make an honor roll. Old punk ass boy. But so I kind of got to thinking, how do you teach your kids how to deal with bullies, right? Like, me and my lady got this debate going on where I told her I want to put my daughter in a boxing class. She's like, no, we need to put our kid in martial arts. And my thing is, you know what? Driving that goddamn on guard. My thing is when kids do fight physically, there is no room for, you know, real martial arts. You know, you throwing them from the shoulders. You're not thinking. You like left, right, check a chin, check a chin. And that's kind of my thinking about it. Like, that's why I wanted to put her in boxing. But it's like, okay, well, before all that happens, how do I teach my daughter not to be bullied? Not to become a bully, but not to be bullied. You know, let somebody know, like, hey, she ain't going for the fuck shit, basically. How do you do that? How do you talk to your daughter? Like, a lot of people say violence begat violence. You know, a lot of people say I shouldn't teach, you know, on that video, people like, don't teach your daughter to become a bully. You know, it's not that I want to teach her how to become a bully. I just want her to be able to hold her own if somebody try to start talking shit to her. You know, because my daughter's growing up in a house that love her. I'm gonna get back over because FedEx is, for whatever reason, is taking its sweet ass time getting around CRST. You know, so it's like when a kid is growing up rough in a household where there's only one parent, or in a neighborhood where, you know, we gotta learn to protect itself. His or herself, you know, they learn tricks of the trade, so to speak. They learn how to snap back. They learn how to handle their own when it comes to dealing with people in society, you know, good or bad. So, so I'm trying to think of methods, because, you know, my daughter don't know how to talk shit, because she don't really hear shit talking going on in the house. Me and moms might bicker back and forth, but you know, it ain't really no real shit talking. Do I know how to talk shit? Yes, I do. But I'm not the type of person that likes to talk shit. I'd rather, you know, we fight it out and we go about our way. And that's how, that's just how I was raised. I wasn't raised to be able to just bass and drone and talk about your mama and all this other stuff. You know, when I start to talk shit, it's funny, because it's just how I am. It's just some funny shit. You know, but somebody start talking shit for whatever reason, for the simple fact that you coming at me talking shit, I feel, when you talk shit to me, to my face, I feel like you're saying you're man enough to handle me physically. And that's when I get in your ass. You know, but most people don't talk shit because I don't present myself as somebody of a threat. You know, because of my height and size. Drive, I'm gonna get over you. You're just gonna have to, for whatever reason, On Guard ain't letting me go ahead and get in it. I don't understand, On Guard. What's the problem? Anyway, there you go. It's not, that's just not how I was raised. Again,
after 1 mile, keep left onto I-40 East.
I feel like if you're talking shit to me to my face, you saying I can handle you physically, and I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna break you, And then depending on who you are, I'm gonna help you back up, dust you off, and let you know. You know, I don't play that. So it's so it's like, how do I teach my daughter to defend herself when it comes to people talking shit to her? You know? People will say violence begat violence, but you gotta understand, even God is vengeful. The man who created you and who can take your life like that is vengeful. So, you know, she needs to learn how to protect herself when it comes to somebody talking shit about her. You know?
Continue 177.8 miles, then keep left onto Greenwater Freeway East.
So it's and I'm telling him, like, talk about, you know, anytime he say that, talk about how his parents ain't never around, or talk about how, you know, his pants don't go down to his ankles, or how he look like he stink, or, you know, but that's mean, right? That's mean for me to tell my daughter to do that. You know, oh, that's not right. So I'm just supposed to let her feel sorry for about, you know, because, you know, this kid is, you know, I'm a big motherfucker. I mean, I'm 6'4", 400. Her mom is 5'11", 6 foot, 200 plus. So when we walk in, we step on the scene. We don't step in the scene, we step on the scene. So what am I supposed to tell my daughter? How am I supposed to teach my daughter how to protect yourself, or how to, if somebody's trying to verbally make you feel less than, you need to turn around and verbally make them feel less than. That's a conundrum for me. I want my daughter to be a sweetheart. At the same time, I want her to be able to either check your chin or talk about you. Because you're just not going to sit up here and talk shit to my daughter or about my daughter, and she's not able to come back at you. You know, and that's why I didn't want to have a single kid. I want to have multiple kids. That way, if one gets down, all of them get down. And I told them that from birth. I'm holding and walking my daughter around the living room trying to get her to go to sleep at 2 months. I'm like, look, your sister get down, you all get down. And if she gets suspended for fighting, you all should be suspended for fighting, because we're not just gonna let Al motherfucker run up on your sister. That is your blood. That's your family. And you handle that. Plain and simple. Ain't no, but daddy, I was no fuck fat. If somebody's coming at your sister for whatever reason, and one of them, your ass better get suspended. And trust me, I'm taking you to Disneyland. You are not going to get in trouble for getting suspended for defending your sister or helping your sister whoop anybody's ass, man or female, male or female. I don't give a fuck. And that's how I tell them. Like, look, I don't give a fuck. If one get down, you all better get down. If one come home with a black eye and suspended, next day you better come home suspended as well. You're not gonna mess with the sisters. I'm sorry. And everybody at the school already know them. You know, those are the such and such sisters. You know what I mean? So with that said, it's like, I need to teach my daughter to talk shit. So if somebody talks shit to her, she can talk shit back. Violence begat violence, yeah, but he was the violator. You know, she was the one that violated my daughter. My daughter defended herself by chopping her ass down, verbally or physically, chopping that ass down. You know. So how do y'all feel about it? What would you do if somebody's bullying your daughter or talking shit to your daughter? You know, I can't be the one to go up there every time and get at the parents. I need my daughter to be able to handle her own, because I'm not always going to be around. I need her to be able to either shoot them from the shoulders or verbally assault somebody. But it's a double-edged sword. It's like, okay, he said your parents is fat, and you talked about how his parents is hungry. Look hungry. You know. Now I'm teaching my daughter how to pick out negative, or not even negative. I'm teaching my daughter how to pinpoint insecurities in somebody in order to chop them down. Again, if she's being violated. You talk about my daughter's whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, I expect her to come back and talk about your whoop-de-wop. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Violence begat violence. You're right. Because if you violate somebody, they have the right to violate you back. That's how I look at it. You come to me in my face and tell me, oh, you this, and that. I'm going to break you. That's just how I do. But my daughter don't know how to break people yet. I grew up in
state border in 15 miles.
I grew up in a situation where I had to verbally and physically assault people that assaulted me, that violated me. So now I got to teach her how to do that. And it's hard because I want my daughter to be as sweet as pie. But in the real world, you can't be sweet as pie. No, you can't. You can be sweet, but you're going to have a little bite about yourself. Because people will come to you knowing that you won't defend yourself, and they'll pick on you. And kids are the worst. Kids are the worst. I'm going to tell you now, if she ever come home and say, that boy said something about my dad and I slapped the shit out of him. I don't care if she cussing or not. Good job, baby. What do you want? Some candy? You want some cake? I'm going to get you a cake. But at the same time, that's encouraging her to be a bad guy. that's nurturing a sinister spirit that's already instilled in her, because if she gets it from me, because I'm a positive person, but there's a reason why I'm a positive person, because that I've done a lot of negative things and I've learned from my mistakes, or I've learned from the time that I have caused harm to people to see the repercussions of that. But I need her to be able to, I don't know, teach her how to frown. Like, I need her to have a look to, like, don't fuck. Like, if I walk up on you, you're gonna know not to fuck with me. If Trucker Brown walks up on you, you're gonna know not to fuck with him. If Saray walks up on you, you gonna know, nah, I'm not gonna fuck with her. She's not the one to be fucked with. Nah, don't do it. But it's because we grew up in households where we had to verbally and physically defend ourselves. My daughter's not growing up in a household like that. My daughter's growing up in a household that's nothing but love, positivity, and motivation. But growing up in a household with nothing but love, positivity, and motivation can have you to be weak when it comes to the negative things that's out there in society that she will have to deal with. And so that's where that double-edged sword comes in at. So I'm asking you, my subscribers, I think I'm at 6,800 right now. I'm asking y'all, what are some of the things you do to prepare your daughters? Like, sons is a little bit different, because I could have just taught my son, I could just check his chin and he'll learn what chin checking is. But I'm not going to check my daughter's chin because that's my babies. That's my babies. But so I'm speaking to the people with daughters. So if you got sons, that's cool, All right, let's say this. I'm speaking to the people with daughters and really feminine sons. I still feel real feminine sons still have an upper hand on daughters because at the end of the day, they still men. That's the worst thing you can do. That's one of my fears, is that I get beat up by a flamboyant black gay dude. Because it can happen. It definitely can happen. Because them motherfuckers, and then the shit that they talk when they're a flamboyant black dude. Not even, I'm saying black guy because that's what I relate to. But they can shoot them from the shoulders just as well as anybody else. And then got the shit and the swagger to back it up to just hurt you more. So I'm really speaking to the people with daughters. What are some of the things you teach your daughter, or some of the things you instilled in your daughters in order to help them defend themselves when it comes down to when they get verbally or physically assaulted? All right. It's the Right Brother Big Country. Just a question I'm asking. Random shit is running through my mind, and so hey, it is what it is. Y'all eat that shit up. I'll holler at you. Peace. Subscribe to my channel.